Here we are, YouTube, 14-14, up to halftime. It's been back and forth, really. Just
start from scratch here,
not very one-sided at all.
14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Big plays on offense.
Goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And again this time to the tailback. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Oh my God.
He was able to catch it there.
Fucking shit.
But out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Yeah.
He'll return it from the 6.
Oh my God, fumble. That would have been perfect.
38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in.
I ain't gonna lie, I do have a substitution to make, but it doesn't let me on defense. You got to pause? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
No.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There's my pause. Hey, yo, Rona. Something's wrong here. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm ready.
This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Snap the ball.
Didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and it comes still clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw.
Give me that.
And for a third
Let's go.
time tonight, he's intercepted.
It's in there.
Picked off at the 25. So an opening drive interception to begin this second.
There's nothing to challenge.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield,
Let's go.
their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting to a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent,
all he needed
you
was
would
one
expect
knee.
them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Pushes this to 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
He ran a 3-3 in the 40.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
Good shit.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 51 yards.
Oh, nope.
Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's
didn't complete the process.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back
Exactly.
to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
There's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Again, 10 there on his own, but it'll be second down.
At the Chargers' 9-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
I'm on the outside.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
I don't believe it.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know
That didn't happen, running back.
Go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought.
I remember that shit.
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defense.
Fuck, dude, I took too long to do that shit. Come on, man. Let's go big or go home.
The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A 7-yard touchdown ground. And his guys have once again taken the lead.
For the extra point.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra
That was risky as hell, I ain't gonna lie.
gives him a 3-point lead.
But I was like, Tyreek Hill, I think you were going to think maybe Tyreek Hill right there.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And I took my chances, and I didn't even think he was going to be open, but I took my chances.
Get this out to the 20.
That throw right down the middle.
As he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions.
Oh, baby.
Can't find anywhere to go.
Give me one chance.
And he goes down.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And
Come on, man, that's a pill.
3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks. They've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
He'll fire deep downfield. He's got it.
Holding offense.
Complete.